Hey guys, today I will be discussing about the movie The Joker and why it's my favorite movie of all time. So The Joker came out in 2019 and it was performed by actor Joaquin Phoenix and directed by director Todd Phillips. And this movie it's a true masterpiece because it has everything. It's filled with drama, thriller, suspense. It's a really good movie that really describes the evolution of the iconic character, the Joker. And at first, we have Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, and he's just a regular guy dealing with his mental illness, trying to survive in this cruel society because it's based in Gotham. And yeah, it's like at the beginning, it just shows him struggling with life, with his mental illness, trying to get therapy, and we see everything he goes through, how the way he's treated by society, the all the things that let us have like let us get an idea of the kind of person he is. And we also see how he has this wish, this dream to be a famous comedian and make people laugh. And we kind of see how he is a bit delusional because he seems to feel like he's actually a really good comedian, even though he doesn't have the best jokes and he barely makes people laugh. But in his head, he's funny. And I guess that's what makes it sad because he can't see reality. Yeah, there's that. And there's also the fact that his mental illness is he has a laughing condition, which means he sometimes has uncontrollable laughter that he can't control it when it happens, and it's a struggle that he also has to have. He has to face like in his job and everything, and it makes it harder for him to live his life. So yeah, we see all the things that happen to the Joker, which his name is Arthur in the movie, and we see the multiple ways he is treated by society, and it's really disturbing some of the scenes that they show when he hits rock bottom. So first he gets fired from his job. He he finds out he was actually adopted and mistreated as a child. And then there's one scene where he is beaten by a couple of guys at the subway station, and he ends up killing those guys because of self-defense. And he after that, the killing spree goes on, but it's all unintentional. Like he doesn't mean to kill those people. He only did it because he had to, and he was defending himself. So everyone, that's when all the protest begins because they think someone did this on purpose to start like a movement, some kind of movement or revolution. But Arthur is just being himself. He did what he had to do because he was in danger, and he ended up killing those guys to save his life. So ever since then, we there's some other events that lead to him to go insane, such as when he finds out he was actually adopted, and that crushed his heart, as well as being delusional about this woman in her life who he thought he was in a relationship, but it turned out he never really was. It was all just in his head, and he was always imagining her and them being together, even though it wasn't really like that. She was just some lady who lived next door in his neighborhood. So yeah, we all that gets revealed near the end of the story, and that's when we see him like snap and go crazy, and then he ends up transforming into the Joker. We see the iconic Joker staircase dance scene where he finally expresses himself, like lets go of everything and becomes the Joker. After that scene, he gets he gets to participate in the show with his favorite host. Um, his name was Murray, so he finally gets to participate in the Murray Franklin show, where he wants to show up as the Joker and tell jokes, and he's actually um thinking it's gonna be his last moment, but in the end, it's revealed that Murray isn't the type of person the Joker thought he was. He ends up being made fun of. Murray ends up making fun of him, and everyone starts making fun of him on live TV, and that's when he gets angry. He starts judging everyone in the room, judging Murray and criticizing the society, the type of government he's living in, how nobody seems to care about people like him. And then he ends up actually killing Murray in the end. And that's when he decides he wants to live. He wants to go on and just prove to the world that everything that's wrong with society. So that's when the riots start happening, and he goes outside. He ends up people like the cops come in and end up taking him away, and he's on his way to jail. But then the riots start getting crazier, and then he gets rescued by some of the people outside, and that's when he becomes sort of like the leader. In the beginning, he was just a lonely man struggling with his mental illness, feeling lost, having no purpose in his life. And then all the events that led to him finally finding a purpose and becoming the Joker, and having people look up to him in a way, because he started something big. He started a whole movement without him even trying. So he finally sees that. He finally sees people are starting to notice him. And he finally finds his purpose in life. And I think it's really sad seeing everything he had to go through, how he was treated, how unfair it was. But it was all necessary for him to become this character that we all know and love, known as the Joker. So I think it was a really amazing movie that really described his life, his um, all his experiences, and everything that led to him becoming the Joker. So yeah, this movie it's filled with a lot of drama, a lot of suspense, plot twists. It's really tragic, but it shows how much is wrong with society. And this is very important because we talked about this in class, in this mass media class, how in society there's a lot of things that the government does, and it just shows how much society is not really helping people. It's not like it just shows how there's a lot of things that society needs to work on in order to help those kind of people. So in the end, we see how the Joker is transformed, and I think it's a really amazing movie. I would recommend it to anybody because it's a true masterpiece. That's and yeah. So I think that's it. Thank you all for listening, and you should definitely give it a watch. Bye.